This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com.
Hi, and welcome to AFTV. I've got Kwarmz with me. Just beaten Leeds 2-1.
Yes.
Wasn't as comfortable as we first thought, though.
No, we was bigging up that game a lot beforehand, and even in the first half. It was a great performance. The first half was phenomenal. Yeah. I used that word that they used in the watch along. It was phenomenal. I think Martinelli kind of set off the pace in terms of he was getting at on that right hand side with Aylin or whatever. Rafinha, he was giving them a nightmare. And I think that kind of set the tone for the whole game or for the first half. Got an early goal, which I always wanted. Shout out to Eddie as well. And it's just, it's credit to him because, he's a man of his word. He said he wanted to feature more in the squad and play in more consistent games. He's been doing that, but he's also been putting the ball in the back of the net. And I said, once he gets his first goal, it's just going to continue. And he just seems to turn up, all the time in the right places. Puts his body in the right places to manipulate the ball and to get the ball in the back of the net. So, yeah, I was happy with that. And then the second half came. And then that's how things kind of started. We took a foot off the gas, I guess. I think psychologically, the players were thinking about the next game ahead, with the North London derby. Didn't really want to put too much energy out there in terms of, fighting against Leeds or whatever. But I just thought, as a fan, I would have liked to have seen more goals. Yeah. That's the one thing. So I agree with what James is saying, that we haven't got that killer instinct where, you smell blood, you taste blood. Conte, even though we're coming up to the North London derby, but you taste the blood and you finish them off. That's what we need to do. We need to get in the habit of doing that. Because then when another team concedes like that, you could see towards the end of the game, we was very nervous. They did have a chance at the end, which I was a bit worried about. But look, at the end of the day, we managed to secure the 3 points, which is good. Puts us in a good position going into the North London derby. And as Turkish said as well, in terms of it takes the pressure off of us a bit in terms of going into that game.
Yeah, a bit. Because do you not feel worried that, Arsenal aren't killing off teams? Do you feel like, when it gets to that later stage, they get too comfortable, they get complacent? Because really, this full spot isn't complete yet. We haven't done it yet. And this mentality that we're seeing from some of the players in the game may creep into what we're going to see in this last kind of run of games against, Spurs, Newcastle and Everton. Yeah,
I mean, I'm thinking about even the Newcastle game. I'm worried about Spurs, but the Newcastle away on a Monday night, that's a tricky one. But look, we just got to deal with whatever game's next. We had to get our 3 points today against Leeds, which is good. But now it's like, am I worried about us going into Spurs and the players? No, it's a derby. We know that they will lift their performance up. I know that we've got a lot of young players. They know what it means to put on the kit, to play for us. The fans are going to be there. I know that in thousands, we're going to be backing them all the way. But I just think confidence-wise, it puts us in a great position. And then when you look at certain individuals like El Neni, it's fantastic. Him coming in, like you think about the games where he didn't feature when Partey got injured and we lost those games, Palace, Brighton. Now he's featured in every game we've won. And, it's solidified that midfield next to Xhaka. Then you've got Odegaard as well. Look at some of the things he was doing, a little dink like that. It's beautiful, but, those intricate passes, those little flicks, you need that.
Any players that you'll be keeping an eye on to say they're trying to fight for a new contract, or you would maybe consider giving a new contract from today's performance? Players like El Neni, Eddie Nketiah's, Lacazette's.
Yeah. I did question if we should keep Eddie on. I don't know. But then the thing is, for him, is he going to be a regular starter? We're going to go into the summer. We're going to be looking for another striker. Will he be number one? Probably, realistically, no, not really. He wouldn't. But, what he's done between him featuring in the first team, he's been scoring. He's practically carrying us to top 4 position. Do we reward that with a new contract? I don't think so. Okay. Personally, as much as I love him, I don't think so. But yeah, no, just happy with it. Really happy with it.
Right, so last thing to round up, standout player for you in today's performance.
I said, who did I say? I said Martinelli first half, Eddie because of his goals. I say El Neni. I think El Neni, 100%. Marshaled that midfield. He's quality, and he's shown how true of a professional he is in the midfield, definitely.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.